Welcome to your presentation of the Phase 1 of software testing. Lifecycle phase. One of the software testing lifecycle is called requirement analysis. In this phase, the testing team carefully reviews the software requirements documents, such as the SRS or user stories, to understand what needs to be tested. The goal is to identify testable requirements, clarify any doubts with stakeholders, and flag missing or unclear information. The team also starts planning the types of testing needed, like functional, security, or performance testing. If applicable, they assess whether parts of the testing can be automated. A key outcome of this phase is the requirement traceability matrix, which helps ensure complete test coverage in later stages. This phase sets the foundation for the entire testing process and ensures the team is aligned with the project's goals from the very beginning. Welcome to Phase 1 of the Software Testing Lifecycle, or STLC requirement analysis. This phase is critical because it forms the foundation of the entire software testing process. It ensures that the QA team fully understands what needs to be tested before any actual testing begins. During this phase, testers carefully review requirement documents like the software requirements specification or user stories. The main objective is to analyze these requirements and determine which ones are testable. But it's not just about reading documents. This phase is also crucial for identifying ambiguities, inconsistencies, or gaps in the requirements. Any unclear or missing information is flagged and clarified with stakeholders, which helps avoid confusion or delays later in the project. Requirement analysis also plays a vital role in risk identification and helps plan the right testing strategy, including choosing the types of testing needed, such as functional, performance, or security testing. By addressing potential issues early, this phase helps prevent problems in later stages, ultimately saving time and ensuring a more efficient and effective testing process. As Aristotle once said, quality is not an act, it is a habit. And this habit starts right here, with a solid understanding of the requirements in Phase 1. One of the main aspects of STLC Phase 1 is requirement analysis. J.P. Morgan said, "The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are." This phase is all about moving forward and ensuring clarity in your project's requirements. Let's zoom into the requirement analysis phase of the software testing lifecycle to better understand its depth and importance. This phase plays a key role in understanding the system from both the user's and the business's perspective. It's not just about reading the documents, it's about grasping how the system is supposed to behave and aligning that with real-world needs. A standout feature of this phase is that it requires cross-functional team involvement. Testers collaborate with developers, business analysts, project managers, and sometimes even clients. This collaboration ensures that everyone is on the same page, reducing the chances of misinterpretation and missed details. Another vital outcome of requirement analysis is that it aids in defining the correct testing environment. By understanding system needs early, the team can set up the most accurate environment for test execution, which leads to more reliable results. And finally, this phase is essential in ensuring clarity of purpose for the project. When the QA team understands exactly what the application should do and why, they can design test cases that are focused, relevant, and high impact. In short, requirement analysis isn't just a step. It's the strategic groundwork that sets the tone for the rest of the testing cycle. Let's delve into the workflow of STLC Phase 1. As Peter Drucker rightly said, efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing the right things. This phase ensures both by providing a clear path to follow. Let's take a quick look at the workflow of Phase 1 in the software testing lifecycle, the requirement analysis phase. It all begins with requirement gathering, where documents like the SRS, business requirements, or user stories are collected and reviewed. Next, we move to requirement analysis, where the testing team examines the requirements to understand what is testable and identifies any gaps or ambiguities. This phase naturally transitions into test planning, where the scope, approach, and resources for testing are outlined based on what's been learned. Finally, The phase wraps up with the creation of the requirement traceability matrix, ensuring every requirement is accounted for and will be tested. This structured workflow ensures that testing is built on a clear and accurate understanding of what the software must do, setting the stage for quality delivery. Wondering why STLC Phase 1 is so important? Because it sets a strong base for the entire project. Without a clear understanding of requirements, testing efforts can easily go off track. This phase also ensures clarity and helps cut down unnecessary time spent on rework. By identifying ambiguities early, the team avoids confusion later. It reduces the chances of project failure by ensuring that the final product aligns closely with business goals and user needs. And most importantly, it improves efficiency and effectiveness across all testing phases. When you begin with clear, testable requirements, the rest of the process becomes smoother and more focused. As Henry Ford said, "Quality means doing it right when no one is looking." And that starts with requirement analysis. Now, let's talk about implementing STLC. Phase 1. To implement STLC, Phase 1, Requirement Analysis. Effectively, there are 4 key steps to focus on. First, adopt the right technology. Use tools that support collaboration, documentation, and traceability. These enhance both accuracy and productivity. Next, involve the right people. This means bringing in cross-functional team members like testers, developers, business analysts, and product owners to ensure all perspectives are covered. Then develop a comprehensive plan. Define roles, responsibilities, timelines, and deliverables for the requirement analysis process. Finally, keep refining the process. Continuous improvement helps adapt to changing requirements and team dynamics. As Steve Jobs once said, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower, and the right implementation approach can turn your team into leaders in quality." Thank you for watching our presentation on Phase 1 of the Software Testing Lifecycle, STLC, Requirement Analysis. We hope the session helped you gain a clear understanding of this crucial phase, where we lay the foundation for effective testing by thoroughly analysing the project requirements. Stay tuned for our next session, where we'll dive into requirement traceability, an essential practice to ensure complete test coverage and alignment with project goals. Have questions or need further clarification? Feel free to reach out to us anytime via email or WhatsApp. We're always happy to help. Enjoyed the session? Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more in-depth tutorials and updates on all things STLC and software testing. Let's continue learning together.